Frank Kaminsky is with me again. And Frank, we have not told you, nor anyone, what I am about to say. A panel of basketball experts has chosen you as the Big Ten Player of the Decade. Congratulations, Frank. What's your reaction to that?
How?
What do you mean how? You were great.
It was blind. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's an amazing honor. I don't know. You kind of blindsided me with that one. I mean, you just think of all the great players that have played in the Big Ten Conference over the last decade, and to be named the best one it's pretty special. It's hard to put into.
If I would have told you back in 2012 that you would be named the Big Ten Player of the Decade one day, what would you have said?
I probably would have, I don't know, I would have laughed in your face or something. I've asked everyone around me what's wrong with this guy. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool honor. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words.
What would Brust, Decker, Gosser have said in 2012 if I would have said you would have become the Player of the Decade?
Their reaction would be much different than mine, I can tell you that much. You know, I take that back. I probably would have played into it a little bit just to boost myself up a little bit, knowing that you were probably wrong. They would have told you that you are stupid. This just, you know, it's hard to put into words because, you know, you got to look back at your team and how much success you had as your team. And I know I had a lot to do with that, and I was kind of the leader of that, but there is no me without those guys you just named. Like, if I don't have those teammates and that support system, I'm not sure I reached the level that I reach. Like, it was a perfect situation for me to walk in and have a bunch of teammates who never tried to take away anything. They never tried to, you know, bring me down. They always tried to bring me up. Like, they knew that when I was at my best, we were at our best. So they always made sure that, you know, I was ready, that I was always doing the right things, that I was confident in myself. And that's something I have to say, because without those teammates and that system and coaching staff and everything, there is no Frank Kaminsky being Player of the Decade.
All right, let's look back on your time in Madison. Give me one game from your college career that stands out the most. The first one that comes to mind.
The Arizona game our junior year. That's the one that will always be like the moment that Wisconsin went from, you know, a good NCAA tournament team to like a national championship contending team. And we sustained that success for the next year and 2 weeks or whatever. It was kind of the moment that defined us, where we took it to the next level. And I think if you asked anyone that was on those teams, that would be the game that they would point to as well.
What about that next year, your senior year, that incredible tournament run? What do you remember most about that?
The thing that stands out the most in my mind, you know, everyone would say the Kentucky game and beating them when they were undefeated, but I think it was after the Kentucky game when we got back into the hotel. There's been videos of it and everything, and just to see, that was kind of like the exclamation point, was getting back to the hotel and seeing how all of our fans and everything completely flooded our hotel lobby, and we're just sitting there. I mean, they cheered in our hotel lobby for like, our meal room was kind of above, and we were in the rafters and balcony, and we all went into the meal room to get food afterwards. And we were in there for like 45 minutes or an hour. And we walked back out after we're done eating, and they're still all down there cheering, just in a packed lobby. And that makes you realize like what you did, like what you accomplished. Like, you took an entire fan base, an entire school's tradition, and put it on your back. And that was their thank you for all of that. And that's something that will always stick out in my mind from that particular tournament run.
Could you rattle off all the awards you won your senior year? Because I can if you need help.
No, I honestly I
The
can't.
Wooden, the Naismith, the AP Player of the Year, the Big Ten Player of the Year, the Tournament Most Outstanding Player. Should I keep going? The Oscar Robertson. You want more?
I'm good. I'm good. Um,
Where do you keep all that hardware?
it's at my mom's house. I got a little area that kind of keeps it all safe. To be completely honest, I don't really ever walk in there and see everything that's in there. Um, I remember I remember at Big Ten Media Day, everyone was walking up to me and saying, "You're the Big Ten Player of the Year favorite, and you're the National Player of the Year favorite." And I was like, "How did this happen? Like, when did someone put it in their mind like, oh, that's the kid? Like, I was like, what do they see?" And I never made it a goal or anything to achieve those things, like to get back to the Final Four and win the national title. That was first and foremost. And to get all those awards along the way it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. But I never like set out to achieve any of that. I just wanted to be, a guy that helped his team get to a national championship. And those awards kind of came along the way, and I'm super proud of them and happy that all of this is accomplished. But like I said, like I just wanted to win that national title so bad, and it's unfortunate that never happened.
Well, you did a heck of a lot of good things. All those awards, all those wins. I think 115 wins in your career. But you've been so humble right now. I'll give you another opportunity for humility. Who would you give Player of the Decade to? Whether it was the toughest guy you faced in college or somebody you didn't play that came before or after you this decade?
There's a lot of good players. So it's 2010 to 2020, correct?
You nailed the decade concept.
When did Evan Turner graduate?
2010. He just barely made it, I think.
So I think he would be the one.
Yeah.
He played in the same high school as me. Played for the same AAU program, had the same AAU. Somebody I kind of looked up to when I was younger. A guy that came from a similar area as me and went to Ohio State and became a National Player of the Year player. And I wanted to be like the next in a line of that. So just how good he was and how he went from, a good player and took it to the next level is just somebody in the path I wanted to follow to, and everything he achieved. So I think that's somebody else that I would choose.
20 years from now, it's a rainy day and you need a smile and you jog your memory. What's the best memory that comes to your brain about being a Wisconsin Badger?
There's a lot, man. It wouldn't be too hard to put a smile on my face. There's so many things. Just when you think back to all the fun times we used to have in college, literally just the littlest things. Like we all planned to live in the same apartment building. We go down to each other's apartments and mess with each other, go put things in people's beds, like just do little things just to either irritate someone or get a good laugh. And those are the things that I'll always cherish. And we're still those same people today. Like I'm 27 now and I'm still as mature as I was when I was in college. So it's just, I don't know why all the good that happened to me at Wisconsin happened to me. I don't know if I'll ever kind of understand, how the situation became so perfect for someone like me and the rest of our team. But we'll always cherish like the fact that we all made the decision to go to Wisconsin and be together, and we made the absolute most out of it. And that's something that'll always put a smile on my face.
Frank Kaminsky, you put a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces. Congratulations. There's only one man who goes down as the Player of the Decade in the Big Ten, and it is you. Well done, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.